Hey everyone, and Happy New Year. Now, I'm getting a lot of questions recently about how do I find out how much I made this year? How do I find out how much I get paid? So I'm going to share a quick video with you so you can look up to see how much you got paid last year. Are you ready? Okay, so hang on one second and I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so we just said that. How do I find out how much I got paid? Here we go. So there are two things that you must look at. Number one, you need to look at your weekly commission because you guys get paid each week on your personal sales. We are going to use the personal order history report. Again, this is your personal commission and you are paid weekly. The second thing that you need to look at is your monthly bonuses. So we are going to look at and use the monthly compensation report to find all of these bonuses. And these bonuses are paid on the 10th of the following month. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing that we are going to look at is our weekly compensation. And again, how do we find this? We are going to be using our personal order history. So how do we find that? Well, we are going to go to reports in our back office. When you get there, it will look like my screen. You are going to click on personal and then click on personal order history. Now, I know you guys have done this before, so stay with me. Once we do that, our screen is going to look like this. Okay, so we actually have two screens at the top and at the bottom. So first you're going to see the top portion, and I just pulled some random leader and above information to share with you guys. So the first thing you need to do is when you're looking at your personal order history report, you need to change this date right here to January 1st, 2020. That's right, January 1st, 2020. It will take a minute and it'll spin in a little circle. Then you're going to change the second date to December 31st, 2020. Again, it's going to take a minute and it's going to spin for a moment. After that gets done, it's going to look like the bottom half of the screen, where you now see the dates January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2020. Now it's going to pull all of your information for the entire year. So the first thing I want you to notice is here is your QV. This is how much you sold. This is your sales for 2020. So this leader and above sold 46,354 in QV. Okay. And as you know, here in the US, our QV does not equal our sales dollars like it does in Canada. So the dollar amount that this individual actually sold was $39,054.90. Again, $39,000 that this individual personally sold. Okay, and again, remember that equals a larger QV, that 46,000. So how much did I make? Well, that's this right here. So out of the entire year, let's pretend this is me, leader and above, I made personally $9,730.80 on my personal sales on what I sell every single week. Okay, so you would need to write that number down. That's how much I made for my personal sales. Let's keep going. Now, I told you there's two things to look at. So the second thing you need to look at are your monthly bonuses. So we are going to use the monthly compensation report. And how we find that is we are in your back office. You're going to click on reports, and then again, it'll look like this. Then I'm going to click on personal and click on monthly compensation. Okay, when I do that, this is what the report is going to pull up. So first thing I need to do is change the date. We got to change it to 2020. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to December. Now, with the monthly compensation report, you will have to pull this 12 times. It only gives you the information 1 month at a time. So it doesn't matter what month you start with, but remember to change your year to 2020 and then pull each month, write that number down, and we're going to add them up. So here's an example. So in this example, I pulled December 2020. And again, I just pulled another random leader and above, their statement in the back office, so we can go through this together. So as you can see at the very bottom, circled in red, here is this person's monthly bonuses for December of 2020. So this individual made $10,115.17 in monthly bonuses. Pretty good, right? Yep. So what do we do next? We add them together. So first we take that weekly compensation for the year. Remember, we pulled that and it was a little over $9,000. Then we take our monthly compensation. And in my example here, I did not pull somebody's 12 months, but we're just going to use an example. So on average, let's just say I made $10,000 in bonuses a month for 12 months. So that was my monthly bonuses. And so I made $120,000 in my bonuses. Okay. Then you have to add those two numbers together, and that is how much you made. So in this example, this individual would have made $129,000 last year. Okay, pretty good. Now, just to walk through this, because I get a lot of questions on what do all of these different things mean and how do I get paid. So let's just, while we're here, let's quickly walk through what all these different items mean on your monthly compensation report. Okay, so I just went back to that same example that we have. So let's walk through this. The first one here, as you guys know, you guys get paid 25% on your personal sales, and that is paid out weekly. Okay, we already looked at that. This number right here is when you are a leader and above, you get paid an additional 5% on all of your personal sales. So there you go. There is your 5% on your additional, or on your personal sales. Additional 5%. Still following me? Okay. The next line item, this is the compensation on your personal team members. Remember, when you are a leader and you have a personal team, that means anyone who is not a leader underneath you, doesn't matter if I sponsor them or somebody else sponsored them, they're on your team. I make 5% off of everything they sell. So in this example, my team sold over $16,000. So I made over $800 on my team. Yay, me. The next three, you'll see first generation, second generation, third generation. On all of my different generations, depending on what title I have, I make a certain percent off of each of them. So as you can see on my first generation, which would be any leaders that I have right underneath me, they're on my first line. Whatever those leaders do in their organizations, their sales, I make 5% off of them. So in this example, my first generation leaders sold $75,000 and I made over $3,000 in commission. And so on and so forth with my second generation. So that's 2 deep, and my third generation, 3 deep, and how much I made off of that. Okay. Then we're going to go down here to the next line item. And this is your bonus for selling over 2,000 QV in a month. And remember, when you sell over 2,000 QV in a month personally, you make an additional 3%. So here are my personal sales. I sold over 2,000. So I'm going to make an additional 3%, which is about $70. Okay. The next line item says matching promotion bonus. So this line item right here is any matching bonuses that I received, whether I have somebody in Fast Start, right? That is doing the build and promoting those levels. When they hit a level, they get a bonus. I get a bonus. It will show up right here. So this is your Fast Start bonuses here, plus any promotion bonuses that I receive. So if I promote to a new title, I would receive this income in this line item. In addition, if I was to promote a leader and they made their additional $750, all of the bonuses outside of Fast Start would also go into this line item. So you can see this individual had an incredible December, and they're matching and their promotion bonuses, whether they were in Fast Start or outside of Fast Start, were over $2,000. Awesome, awesome. The last thing you're going to see here is monthly lifestyle bonus, which starts when you get to senior director and above. So as you can see, obviously, this person right here is at least a senior director or above. Okay. That's how you read your monthly compensation. Now, the last thing that might be helpful for you is, as a leader and above, you should definitely be talking to your tax, whoever does your taxes. You know, who is your person that helps you arrange all of your taxes each year? I would encourage you to reach out to them and ask questions. Let them know that you're running your own business. What do you need to do? What can and what can you not deduct from your taxes? So I will tell you, Epicure will provide you with a 1099. Yes, in the US, you will get a 1099, and you will receive that before the end of February. Okay, so on that 1099, it will have your earnings for the year, how much we paid you. The other thing that is really helpful is when you go into your back office, you click on My Profile. Once you are on My Profile, I want you to scroll all the way to the bottom, all the way to the right. So the right bottom side, you're going to see this little bubble, and it says Supplies and Sales Aids Report. Go ahead and click on Download Reports, and this will tell you anything that you spent on selling supplies, such as catalogs, NPP, anything like that. Again, this report will be really helpful for you when you do your taxes. So it is there for 2020, and now you can go and find it. So I hope you learned something. I hope you now know how to find out how much you got paid in 2020. Don't forget that you have to look at your monthly bonuses and add in that weekly compensation that you get paid each week. Sometimes when you get paid each week, it doesn't look like that much, but when you add it up, it absolutely can make a difference in your life. So hope this was helpful. Bye, everyone.